So this time, I want to introduce what is the meaning of radians as an SI unit for an angle. Now, we usually express angle in terms of degrees, right? So we learned that in math that we have here 30 degrees, we have here 40 degrees, 50 degrees, 180 degrees, and a complete circle is 360 degrees. However, we also have these radians, and let's try to review a little bit what do we mean by radians, because we're gonna use it later on our problem solving. Now, if I'm going to view or draw a circle, and that is my radius, that is the measurement of my radius. So here, if I'm going to get that radius and place it on the side of the circle, okay, it's like I'm placing it in the perimeter or circumference of the circle. And then therefore, this is what you meant by radians. So this is 1 radians, meaning to say 1 radius. So if I'm going to make another size of radius and rotate it in the circumference of the circle, so here I'm gonna have 2 radius, or twice the size of the radius, or better say, it is 2 radians. And furthermore, if I'm going to have another 3 radians and another half of the circle, so here we can say it's around 0.14, 1519 of the radius. And then therefore, half of the circle is somehow 3 radius and 0.14 of that size of the radius. And we can express this as pi radians. So continuing, we have another half of the circle, and that is pi r, and therefore we can now say that one whole circle is around 6 radius and 0.28 of that radius, and that is around 6.28 of the radians. And therefore, we are always saying this in our math class, that we have here 360 degree is equal to 6.28 radians. Or meaning to say, this 360 equals to 2 pi radians, it means 360 degrees of the measurement of an angle of a circle. And that is equal to 6 times and 0.28 of the radius. So let's try now to analyze what if we're gonna change the size of the circle. So if we're going to make a small circle or a large circle, will it affect the radians? Now I would like you to pause the video and think about it. Let's start first with a larger circle. So if I'm going to have here, if I'm going to get this radius, the size of my radius, 1 radians. Okay, so I have here 1 radians. And then I have here 2 radians. And let's say, for example, I have here 90 degree, around 90 degree. So can I have it like around 1.55? Okay. And so, if I'm going to decrease the size of my circle, does the radians change? If you answer no, that's correct. Simply because I'm saying that this 90, almost 90 degree, perhaps you could have it 88 or 89 degree. This 89 degree, that is equivalent to 1 times the radius and 0.55 of the radius. And further, I can say Or I can visualize here now that 270 degrees, that's around 4.7 radians. So if I make my circle larger, as you can see here, still it is 4.7 times of the radius. And that is what you meant by radians.